I know, I think I paid him too. No, I'm just kidding. All right, well, good evening, everyone. I am Judge Nina Weatherly DiPietro. I'm currently a county court judge. I am the incumbent in Group 7, and I don't see anybody else from my group here, so it won't be so confusing as far as what seat I'm in and who I'm going against. But I'm a county court judge. I'm in the civil division. I've been a judge for about a year. Before I was a judge in my legal career, I was involved in the criminal justice system for many years, and then I did civil work as well. My prior job prior to becoming a judge was in civil litigation. So I did commercial litigation, I did probate litigation, did guardianship, and I served as a guardian ad litem. In 2013, I was appointed to the Florida Board of Medicine. I served as a consumer board member, and the Florida Board of Medicine is the agency that deals with medical doctor licenses. So we were the agency that would grant licenses to medical doctors. We would also be the people that would take them away if there was disciplinary action or other types of issues going on. So I sat as a consumer board member. So what is that? The board itself is made up of 15 people, and I was only one of 3 people who weren't actually medical doctors. So I was called a consumer board member. And really, as a consumer board member, it was important because I was there with the patient perspective. So rather than having the medical perspective and all the technical knowledge of the medical field, I was coming in as just another patient that would be giving my input as to what I felt would be necessary to protect the community, but also to address the rights of the doctor. So last year, in 2015, I was appointed as a county court judge, and like I said before, I work in the county civil division. I'll give you just a picture of what I do on a daily basis and how I run my courtroom. I think consistency is key. So I can tell you that on any given day, and I welcome you to come. I'm in room 310 at the Central Courthouse, and I welcome you to come. But any given day, you'll see pretty much the same thing. Number one, you're going to see lots of people there for hearings. Why? Because I open up my dockets. I make sure that everybody has an opportunity to schedule a hearing. Whether you have an attorney, whether you don't have an attorney, you're not only going to get a hearing in my division, but you're going to get a prompt hearing. I'm not going to make you wait weeks or months at a time. You're going to be able to get a hearing right away. The second thing is that I start on time. So I make sure that I'm there on time so that everybody else there who's there on time as well, we're not sitting around, we're not waiting, we're not delaying any other hearings. We can go right when the time is to start. I also, what I say, do my homework. I read everything in advance. So if you have a hearing set before me, I make sure that not only do I read the motion that's set, so I understand what are you asking me for? What is it that you're asking for me to make a ruling on? But also, if I need to go further into the court file, I have that access to do so, and that way I understand the case as a whole, so that people don't have to come in and start from square one. They can come in and just deal with the issue at hand for that day. In my courtroom during my hearings, I make sure that the hearings are scheduled for enough time so that everyone can tell me what I say, their side of the story. Whether it's a lawyer that's making a legal argument or whether it's someone who doesn't have a lawyer that's just there to tell me what happened from their point of view. I make sure that everybody gets that opportunity so that they feel that they have told me everything it is that they need to tell me so that I can make a decision. Because I can't do my job unless I know all the facts. So I make sure that everybody has that opportunity. And it should be obvious, but maybe it's not. Judges are there as, people in the courtroom, but we really need to give respect to the community. So I make sure that when people come in for hearings before me, that you're treated with dignity, you're treated with respect, you're treated with compassion, and you're treated like anybody else. Whether you have an attorney, whether you don't, everybody gets the same treatment, and that's fair treatment. I want people to walk out of my courtroom and feel that they've had their day in court, that they've had their justice. Whether they win or whether they lose, at least I have listened to them, I've given them fair consideration, and I've made a ruling so they know exactly what happened. So on August 30th, I really hope to have your support. Again, my name is Judge Nina Weatherly DiPietro, and I'm in Group 7, I'm the incumbent. So thank you so much.
Na na na, hey!